Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. It's an honor for me to be participate in this conference. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Karima Nur Fitriana and my partner Mr. Arif Hussein Lubis. We are from Indonesian University of Education. So today I would like to presenting our research translation strategies of culture-specific items in the Indonesian subtitle of Korean movie Parasite or Kisenjung. For the introduction, Hervey and Higgins said that the proper translation process is when the translator can handle the culture gap between the source and the target language. Culture-specific items is one of the common challenges usually found in translation. Baker mentioned too that culture-specific concept is one of the non-equivalent problems in translations. So to solve this problem, translation strategies are needed. Parasite or Gisenjung is a thriller comedy Korean movie that represents the social inequality in South Korea. So through this movie, the audience can see some culture of South Korea too. This research aims to analyze the translation strategies that are implied in culture-specific items in the Indonesian subtitle of Korean movie Parasite or Gisenjung. For the literature review, first from Yingmin and Malini, they aims to analyze the translation strategies of culture-specific items, especially in culinary terms. So the object was a Chinese and English menu of Chinese food, and they used Newmark's theory to analyze these translation strategies. The result found there are 13 of 17 translation strategies are used, and the most frequent strategies appear are shift and descriptive equivalent. The second one is from Tumbole and Chelsea. They analyze the translation strategies of addressing terms with the social and cultural context in the English translation of novel Bumi Manusia. They used Baker's theory to analyze these translation strategies, and the result found there are 6 translation strategies used, and the most frequent translation strategy used is more natural or less expressive words. So for the method, first we use descriptive qualitative method. For collecting the data, we watch and take note from Parasite movie. So we take note for the culture-specific items. After that, we categorize the culture-specific items using Excel, Newmarks, and Nikan-He theory. After that, we analyze the CSI translation strategies using Newmark's theory. So for the finding and discussion, based on Excel, Newmark's, and Egan-Hayes theory, there are 7 CSI categories are found. First is title or appellation. The next one is proper noun. The next one is material culture, ecology, social culture, story, and system. For example, for the title or appellation, there is Min Hyoki Sam. So Min Hyoki, it's the person name. So it's Min Hyuk. And Sam is the title or the appellation that means teacher. So we can translate it into Mr. Min Hyuk or teacher Min Hyuk. For the translation strategies based on Newmark's theory, there are 11 of 17 translation strategies that are found in the Indonesian subtitle of Parasite movie. First is functional equivalent. The next one is cultural equivalent through translation, reduction, modulation, transference, shift or transposition, descriptive equivalent, couplet, synonymy, and paraphrase. But in this context, I just want to explain for strategies of them because of time. So first is functional equivalent. Functional equivalent is the strategy when we use more general words to translate the source language into the target language. For example, the source language, Aushi Koktungi, and the target language, Dasar Serangga Busuk. The word koktengi in the Korean dictionary means camel or cave crickets, but it's kind of look like a cockroach too. So this insect is unfamiliar in Indonesia. So the translator translated into more general words, serangga busuk, which means stink insect. For the second one is culture equivalent. So culture equivalent is the strategy that we substitute the culture from source language into the target language. For example, the source language 뭐야? 그럼 그 문제고 카톡이고 다 안 되는 거야? And the target language, kalau begitu kita tidak bisa menggunakan WhatsApp. The word katuk is an abbreviation of KakaoTalk, which is commonly used messenger apps in South Korea. So South Korea has made their own internet system, like they making their own web, they're making their own messenger apps too. Uh, so they rarely use like Google or something. So this messenger apps is unfamiliar for Indonesian people or rarely used in Indonesia. So the translator subtitles that with WhatsApp, which is more familiar to Indonesian people, that everyone using this app, right? The next one is true translation. True translation is just like the strategy that we use the literal meaning to translate the source language into the target language. For example, the source language, 아, 오늘따라 왜 갈비찜을 먹고 싶냐? The target language, kenapa aku sangat ingin makan iga rebus hari ini? So the word kalbichim is like Korean food that usually we eat when we it's like comfort food for Korean people. So the word kalbichim is just translated into the literal meaning by the translator. Kalbi means ribs or means iga in Indonesian language, and chims means steam or rebusan in Indonesian language. The last one is transference. So transference is like the strategy that we loan the word or we borrowing the word from the source language to the target language. So for example, the source language is gochujang is red, and the target language is gochujang berwarna merah. The word gochujang means red pepper paste. So the translator transferred the source language into the target language by translating this word into just gochujang because gochujang is the representative food from South Korea. So everyone in the world mostly know about this dish. So gochujang become more um, popular in the world. Yeah. So for the conclusions, the result found there are 34 data of culture-specific items and 7 categories of them. Title or affiliation was the most frequent CSI category found in this movie, which is 35.29%. And for the translation strategies, there are 11 or 17 strategies are found. Functional equivalent become the most used translation strategies, which is 32.35%. Functional equivalent, which is using more neutral or general words for translation, can make the culture of the source language more relatable to the target language, as well as the other translation strategies too. So with this translation strategy, it may help the translator to find the best option for culture-specific items translate in translations. So the meaning of the culture from the source language can be delivered well to the target language. So this is our reference for our research. There are 13 of them. Thank you for your attention. I hope this research can help more people to know more about translation strategies, especially in culture-specific items. And thank you for your feedback. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.